I bring the sluice to the strongest part of the flow. You can see the heavier dirt building up in layers, and that's exactly what we want. Now I pour the concentrate back into the pan to see if the river left us any gold. The weight tells me when the gold is settling at the bottom. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! There it is! I dig into the darker layer near the waterline, where the heavier minerals settle. I place the material into the pan, keeping the heavier bottom layer intact. I swirl the mixture so the lighter sand rises and washes away. I tip the pan just enough to let the lighter sediment escape. I remove the bigger rocks to expose what lies beneath. The heavier black sand stays behind, and that's where the gold hides. I rinse the surface carefully to uncover any heavier flakes. A firm tap helps the heavier particles sink to the bottom. There it is, a small ball flash of gold at the edge. I move the pan in small circles, letting the heavier gold sink while the lighter sand rises. The motion has to be smooth and controlled so the weight separates naturally. I widen the circle to wash away the lighter material without disturbing the heavier layer. These small circles help the gold settle firmly at the base. I grew up in this canyon, learning to read the river before I could read a book. My father showed me that bend in the river and told me the gold settles where the current slows. I learned to watch the way the water curves around the rocks, because that's where the heavy minerals stay. This land raised me, and the river keeps teaching me every time I kneel beside it. You can see it now, the fine gold dust catching the light as the dirt falls away. When I was a boy, an old miner named Joachim worked this stretch of river alone. Joachim told me, the river rewards patience, not strength. He showed me how to feel the weight of the pan, how the heavy gold settles without being forced. One evening, right here, he uncovered enough gold to change his life.
Joachim never chased the river. He waited for it to reveal its weight. He told me the river hides its treasure beneath patience. One night he worked this bend alone while the moon lit the current. By midnight he saw the first shimmer appear beneath the black sand. That shimmer grew brighter under the moonlight, resting heavy against the dark sand.
He realized the river had laid a heavy vein right in his hands. He didn't shout or run. He kept working the pan until the weight of it told the truth. With enough gold to leave this canyon behind, he had a choice. He chose to stay because the river meant more than the gold. He told me the real treasure was learning how to listen to the river. Now I'm setting the sluice so the river can work for me. I position it at a slight angle so the current flows strong enough to carry sand, but leave the heavy gold behind. The water needs to move fast enough to wash gravel through, but slow enough to trap the heavy minerals. I bring the sluice to the strongest part of the flow, where the current runs straight and fast. Here the water hits the riffles head on, carrying sand across the mat, while trapping the heavy gold underneath. As the current runs through, the lighter sand keeps moving, but the heavier material starts to settle right here between the riffles. You can see the heavier dirt building up in layers, and that's exactly what we want. These riffles act like small barriers, slowing the heavy particles so they stay trapped. If luck is with us, the gold will settle beneath that heavy black sand, waiting for us to check later. Now I lift it straight up so the trapped material stays inside. I let the water run off slowly so the heavy concentrate remains trapped between the riffles. These bars hold the heavy material in place, and now I remove them to collect what's underneath. Now I pour the concentrate back into the pan to see if the river left us any gold. Now I work the concentrate slowly, letting the lighter dirt rise and wash away. I ease the water forward so only the waste escapes. Small circles keep the gold packed down while the rest floats out. That's the last of the dirt leaving. Just a few grams here. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! There it is. Right here, 20 grams already collected. There it is, right on the mark. Every gram earned by hand. I've gathered enough for today, enough to make the wait worth the walk. When the river gives, you thank it and leave it to rest.
Gold takes patience, and leaving at the right moment takes discipline.
Tomorrow the river will run again, and so will I. Well, we made it. Everything back where it belongs. My name is Brendan, the miner, and I'll see you soon. All right, let's roll. I think today paid off, huh? Woohoo!